Good evening, everyone. Check that audio level real quick. Looks good. Excellent. Welcome to special bonus Saturday stream. We are paused temporarily for pause. Is hit the pause. Whoop. On the stream. There they are. Arthur is getting his after dinner snuggles, as are customary. Once those are done, we'll get on into building.
We're building a thing.
We're building a thing. Yeah, I thought so. So yeah, next a week from tomorrow, season 2. Hey Max. Season 2 of Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury airs, or starts airing, I should say. Um, I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm all sorts of emotions all at once, all the time.
Everything.
We're gonna talk about it all. Right, the snuggling helps with the digestion. I think that actually may genuinely be part of what it is, but it's become Arthur's sort of after meal ritual to come seek out a human and get the snuggles. So that's what he's doing now, which is why I'm rambling. A couple things I want to point out before we launch into all of this. I think I mentioned on Monday night's stream that I think I said something like I won't be doing any spoilers, and that was a bold-faced lie. I've taken the no spoilers tag off tonight's stream. That said, I also don't want to spoil the anime for folks who haven't watched it. So before
There's
I
the end.
see, and before we do things like that, I added this thing. So before I start talking about any like major plot points or anything like that, this banner will show up so that anybody who needs to like mute the stream for a little bit, you can mute it, and then as long as this is up, I'll be talking about like major stuff, and then when this goes away, then we'll be back to just talking about either nothing of consequence or just shooting the shit like normal. So I've got that as just sort of a for folks who are interested in watching season 1 and haven't yet, as a kind of courtesy thing. Okay, Arthur, are we all set? So I've never built Gunpla before. I did a stream forever ago of like a Lego build. That's as close as I've gotten. Forever ago in my youth, I used to help with model airplane building, which required like glue and shit. And that was a whole other thing. These models apparently don't require glue, which I'm very happy about. But I I'm still slightly nervous. I have no idea if we'll get through the whole thing in a couple of hours or if we'll just, make a good faith effort. But, for a first try, we'll see how it goes. I also am very happy. So this one is specifically Gundam Ilfrith is the specifically the Gundam piloted by Suletta, who's the main character. That's not a spoiler. You just immediately know that in the show. This specifically is the model that's showcased in the prologue because it gets a major color change right after that, starting in the second episode. And it takes on the kind of classic Gundam colors. And I just kind of prefer I like the pink. I like the pink a lot. So I was really glad that I was able to find a version of it that is in the prologue colors. So that's neat. All right, so we're just gonna start getting into it. And I need to make some more space for where all the trash is going to go, because there's probably going to be a lot of it. I do see stickers, and I love stickers. Who doesn't love stickers? All right. So, proper unboxing. We're trying to do this away from the microphone so we don't completely blow it out. Time for knife. I'd been thinking I would have done this off of stream, but no, I was not. I like all these bits. And soon, reboxing. Cat goes in the box. Alright, so there's our stickers. They're so shiny. Alright, put the stickers over there. To be guarded by Umbreon. I think that's the laser sword. So hopefully that's kind of a late stage step. I'm seeing most of like the shield on this panel and like the head and helmet. So off to a good start. We've got the head and the thing to protect the head. It looks like they're split up by color, which is very smart actually. I probably should have anticipated that. That makes a lot of sense. That way you're just kind of molding out one piece by color by plastic. Yeah, so they're each. See if I can get it into a way that's readable. So like down here, this is B2. Um, yeah, so like this is B2 for the whole grid, and then each like little section of it. Let me see if I can get that. If I can get the camera to focus. Oh, I sure can't. Just trust me that this says 35. So like each corner here, 36, 37, is also numbered to kind of give you like the sub part. So like if the whole grid is B2, I'm assuming the instructions will be like B2 part 35 will help us identify the specific bits, so we can like quickly find what grid they're on, and then from there find the sub part, which honestly seems like a pretty cool system to me. Uh, hey Lego, take note. I'm gonna be honest. We've just opened the box, and I already feel less intimidated by this. Like the taxonomy of this already speaks well to my brain. Beep. There. Okay. Good news. I think that's the end of the crinkly bits. Hey, Al. Okay. So, box for cat. Jasmine, would you like to play with this? The look she just gave me? We'll take that as a no. So the only thing that I haven't also introduced is I was advised by a friend of mine who does a lot more of these than I do, to pick up a pair of what are called hobby snips, I think she called them, which are kind of like wire cutters, but they're very skinny specifically, and I think the whole idea is that they are meant to go in like to this space here, uh, and do a snip without like bending the plastic. So that's what these are gonna do. Uh, my brother was just talking about how we used to get and build those as teenagers. Aw, snippety snappity whoop! There goes gravity. So I don't know what this is, but it's in its own special yellow. Oh, it's the chest plate for. Okay, so this is well, is this a spoiler? I don't know. No, I'm gonna go ahead and say this isn't a spoiler. So this is the chest plate for when the pilot starts to activate the Gund system. It's kind of hard to see. It's a little bit easier to see on this. It's this piece right here, and it indicates when the pilots are essentially syncing up with the Gundam, in using the Gund format. It's pretty. It's hard to see through the piece here. I'm gonna leave it in here until the instructions tell us otherwise, because it's probably in there for a reason, and it's the only piece that is packaged this way. So I'm going to assume that that's that way for a reason. But that's cool. One thing I love, we found the grid of pink stuff, and it also has a giant whatever this is. It looks like a jet, or actually that might be the laser sword. That might be the much bigger laser sword. There's one little tiny bit of green, which doesn't look very green on my camera because of the white balance, but trust me, that looks very green in person. All right, so this is A. This is A. We found panel A. A knife! All right, there's C and D. Are you two? So we'll set you over here. All right, so C and D are our kind of whitish gray panels. And then our dark gray looks like B1 and B2. All right. So I think we're ready to start building, and we have the instructions. We have our happy sneeps. Woo. Hello. How did it's like pulling a map? Haha. There we go. All right. That's just getting myself a count here. Head. 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 Whoop. Head. Oh, that's just the back. Uh, well, at a glance, 14 steps. So it's not a high number, but I don't know how much is involved in each step yet. So I love find parts. Find parts, cut out. Let's assemble. I love this. This is so cute. All right. Well, we're off to a good start. We have found the parts. Okay, so I don't think I want to cut anything out until we get to the step that calls for it, because if we like put things into piles, we won't be able to identify them. So we'll cut them out as it's asked for. All right, so this is, if I'm reading this right, and I like to think that I am, B19 plus D4. All right, so B1 is this one. Oop, it's upside down. B19. It's upside down again. B19 is our friend over here. Okay. All right, B19 is that. Good, good. Along with D4. All right, here's D4. So this one I got at Christmas time. The first season of the anime started airing in like January, I think, but they put the actual kit out around the same time. Where are the actual numbers? Here are the numbers. Aha. Got it. I had it again, backwards and upside down. Funny how often that works. All right. D4 is this one. Got it. Okay. I'll form the head. Okay. So. All right. It's just trying not to be super nervous about this, but we're just going to try and figure out how to... Okay. That worked out okay. Okay. All right. All right. And the snips are so smooth. This was a great tool suggestion. All right. So we have the head, and then we can snip off a little bit here. Yeah. I just want to check to make sure we don't have any leftover pieces. Okay. That's D4. And now we get B19, which is you. Okay. It's almost eerie how good the snippers are. They're just going through this plastic like butter, and it's just like, and then it's already snipped. All right, so trying to judge based on this what orientation it wants this all in. Looks like this goes this way or this way. No. Nope. In what way does it fit? None of these ways. One moment. What do my old eyes see? Okay, so that's where the notch is. Oh, the peg goes directly up. Good to know. And those bits go towards us. Okay. All right, so this part goes up. So it goes like this. Ooh, that seats in beautifully. So that's just right in there. And that is snug as a bug in a rug. Butter scissors. All right. Step one, and bear with me just a moment. I'm going to go shut the door. it's a wonderful problem to have, but we have a one of the reasons I chose tonight to do this is because my partner is also gaming tonight on the other side of the house, and so we both have something that we're doing. So it's not like we're gonna be missing spending time with each other because we're both gonna be busy anyway. Uh, but it does mean that we need to be cautious of audio. Oh, this is A. A is the good friend. A2 and A4. Okay. A2 is so small. A2 is so small. But the good news is it sounds like she's having a blast already and they just got started. Yeah. Let me give you an idea of how small A2 is here. It's that. That's A2. A2 Brute. And now cat hair. That's not a part. My favorite utensil is a grapefruit spoon, and I want a full tool table of improbable cutlery, or at least several distinct gags. That's very good. Oh, you know what I should have thought of? I should have gotten like some good background music for all the times that I'm not actively talking, which I guess I didn't figure I wouldn't be actively talking all the time because I know me. There we go. That's A4. They're both so small. All right, yeah, hold up just a second. Do I still have Come here, friend. Where's some lovely royalty-free music we can play? Once upon a time, I had a playlist for this sort of thing. Let's try this. And that. And that's definitely not right, because that is some newer stuff. There we go. I'm heading down a dark road. Let's bring you down just a little bit here. Now I'm in pieces. I swear I never see you go. Okay. Thought it was real when you said forever. And baby, I tried to put up a fight. But my heart always ends up back. All right, now how do these fit together? It's not incredibly clear. Like it's by this. Yeah, okay. So I have to squeeze these little pieces together. Or we're trying to anyway. Maybe? Maybe? No. Is that right? I want to make sure, obviously, as I'm doing this, that I'm getting each of these pieces in the right orientation. Because if we do it much later, it will be very difficult to go back, it seems like. But the instructions are also very small. And so I'm kind of having to guess Let's see. Based on that... Yeah, okay, looks like that piece is up. Good, okay. There's a little note here. It says... If I can get it to focus. Make sure that the parts are facing the right ways and in the right directions. Which is not super helpful. Just independent of context. It's a direction I'm trying to follow. I hate that military schmaltz movies are making a comeback. Oh no. Hey, Katie. Devoid of context, I completely agree with you. I'm assuming you're referring to an ad. Now then. Okay, so that definitely looks like it goes... That's part up. Aha! Okay. I had it backwards. There we go. Alright, so what I've learned so far is that if it doesn't immediately fit very snugly, don't try to force it. Which is a good lesson. Okay, now we fit this assembly onto our head. And go like that. Which does immediately fit snugly. So we've got our little bit there on the thing. And that fits right on in. Like so. Beautiful. Good luck, Starbucks. Thank you. Enjoy the shower. Okay, and that... Alright, so we have the inside and bottom of the head. You know, on Voltron when they said, I'll form the head, I assumed it was a quicker process than this. I really just underestimated those guys. Alright, D6. Going just through all the D&D dice one at a time. Upside out again. 6 is... up here. Come on. And... 3. There we go. So... I'm trying to remember when exactly I learned that they were making a new Gundam show. Tightly fit the parts together as they will go. Nice. But I remember being, like, very nervous about it. Because, as anybody who's been a Gundam fan for a while knows, Gundam series kind of come in the flavors of, like, very good and very bad, and not much in between. Or at least that's kind of been my experience with them. So now we have something that looks very much like a Gundam helm. Look at that, right away. That's actually, that's awesome. They make Gundam shows every year, though. That's true. You're not wrong. But I had become a fan of the series. I think my first exposure to it was definitely, realistically, if you don't count Voltron, which you shouldn't because it's not really a Gundam series. But my first exposure to Gundam was, like a lot of folks my age, I imagine, Gundam Wing, when it came to Toonami. Which was also kind of my exposure to just a huge amount of anime. And I tried rewatching Gundam Wing like a year and a half ago, which was a mistake. But let me tell you, when I was 15, that show was the shit. Because there weren't a lot of options in the, like, mid-90s. that actually dealt with at least a little bit of politics. So the bar was low. Also, everyone on that show was hot. So Gundam Wing was very important to a young queer kid in those days. So like I have a lot of nostalgia goggles for that show. But it got me into Gundam, and so with that I went back and I watched Mobile Suit Gundam, which is just genuinely a superior show. And I've just been stuck on the series ever since. And then I watched G Gundam, which is ludicrous. It's absolutely gonzo. I don't know how I don't know. I almost said I don't know how Super Asia got made. That's a joke for anybody who watched the dub. G Gundam is ludicrous. But oh lord, G Gundam is so goofy. And it's been kind of swingy ever since. Like Mobile Unit 08 had some of the most incredible pathos, but it's also kind of like watching Violet Evergarden, where every 5 minutes is just a gut punch after gut punch, because it's like, hey, what if we made war stories about children? Like, it's a lot, is what I'm saying. Alright, we're on to B1. That's a B110. So getting to a show like Witch from Mercury, which feels a little bit like... Reboot isn't the word, but like a little bit of a new tonal trend where it has this nice kind of vibe to it without deviating too far from the good formula, but actually like doing a great setup. I'm just gonna be talking about stuff that happens in the prologue episode, which I think is still up on YouTube. Introducing the idea of a post Gundam War world that where people are trying to take the tools of war and repurpose them for like civilian medical technology. And it's actually just like a setup like that, again, had me worried, but it's beautifully introduced. And you know, of course, things immediately go wrong because we can't have nice things. Not in a Gundam series. But then things pivot to this cute coming of age, like Gundam high school story, and you get episodes upon episodes of essentially a, for lack of a better word, Chunin arc of a tournament arc with Suleta and Miurine, and it's an amazing, like, oh, what is this, a Regency romance but in space and also lesbians? And it's just, and also we're going to deal with like ableism and classism and not flinch from it, and just it's exquisite. I could talk about the show all day. Yeah, it's just it was such a surprise. I would have watched it if it had been bad and gay. Like the bar was low. I didn't need much. But then I watched it and it's like, oh, but it's actually also very well written, in my opinion. Alright, so then this give it a hair. Needs to go like this. And slide in this, I think, maybe. Hard to say. It's like a knee joint trying to fit in here. Oh yeah, does it go under? Do you go in here? Aha, you do go in here, that's why. Alright, so now we have this weird looking thing. If nothing bad happened, there wouldn't be a story. I challenge that. I think you can have conflict without bad happening, but again, not in a Gundam series. That wouldn't be tradition. What is I think actually remarkable about Witch from Mercury is that they get through quite a few episodes without anything really appreciably bad happening. Suletta actually just gets to be a kid, which is great. And then bad stuff happens later, but like in between, there's a compelling story, and it's just they don't need everything to be world ending to have stakes, and it was just nice to see a Gundam series kind of prove that without losing sight of the larger world and the things that matter there. Alright, so now we're getting into some very interesting shapes, it looks like. And here. And here. There we go. That one came off a little bit rough, so I'm going to do some additional trimming here. I meant to grab sandpaper before doing this, and I may... No, I don't think we'll need it. 13 and 12. Okay, so we need this thing. Ah, there we go. I'm kind of hoping at some point, not even talking about Witch from Mercury, but I kind of hope at some point that they do for Gundam Wing what they did for the original Mobile Suit series and kind of re-release it as a like 3-movie series. Because I think you could, with modern editing, I think you could actually get the bits that made the back half of season 2 of Gundam Wing actually a worthy show eventually, worth watching without having to slug through the first 30 episodes of nonsense. Now let me see if I understand this correctly. Alright, so this piece is the thing that we made in the previous step. This piece is the thing that we cut out here. And then this one is this one. Right. So this little socket goes in here. And this one goes in here. This little wiggle. This little wiggle. Alright. We have our ball and socket joints. Put you aside. Alright. A 5 and a 3. Our first pink parts. I'm very happy. Another cat hair. Thanks, Arthur. Appreciate you being a part of this process. 3 and 5. Right up here. Stop it. I also appreciate that Witch from Mercury carries on the fine tradition of making everyone hot. That was kind to see. But making the queerness canonical is a nice upgrade. Arthur just wants to be involved. Aw. He doesn't even know what's going on. Okay, so with this and this orientation, and with this way. Now that piece on the outside like this. Okay. Hip. Okay. There we go. Alright, so I think this might actually be like... Whoop, whoop. This might be the pelvis we're working on here. I'm not 100% sure. It may also be the chest. Alright. A 6 and 7. Right next door. Sure. Just need to find an angle here. I can't imagine removing these things without the hobby snippers. Oh, those are very pretty. They're a little washed out on the auto white balance, but just trust me, they're actually very vibrant, like hot pink. Alright, so this one goes on this. Oh yeah, that goes right on the front. This on the back. Goes on the back. It looks like a thing. Congratulations. Thank you. That's all I ever wanted. I just wanted it to look like a thing. All right, and the bendy pieces still bend. Good. That's what we needed. Oh no. Bent it too far. Alright. And we're good. Alright. Plop. Alright. Now we're back to D. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Right, come here, friend. Okay. Listen, nothing's on fire yet, so I consider this already a marginal success. One thing did just try to go flying, so that's a plus. 1, 2. Okay, 2 and 3 are right next to each other, as you'd expect. Okay, the snip and the snip. There we go. There's 2 and 3. Now then, 5. It's here. Yeah. Yeah. And there. Perfect. Alright. Now, what to do with them? Alright, so this is just the core that we're building around at this point. Alright, so this goes on first, looks like. In what way does it go on? Okay, it goes on like this. They're little pegs. There we go. Trying to attach it without, like, destroying anything else here. Like a bull in a china shop. There we go. Now, are you actually attached? Yes. Alright, so now we have a little bit of contrast. Alright. 2 and 3 now go on the sides. Let me see where the pegs line up here. Sure, easier said than done. There we go. That's one. There we go. Okay. Now we've got that all around the sides. Now this kind of collar goes on the top. If I can get it on the back here. There we go. Oh, so snugly. All right, so this is the neck. These are the shoulders, I'm guessing. And this is the spine. All right. Let's make sure everything is firmly in place. And there we go. Beautiful. All right, and now stickers. Hang on a second. Is that what this thing is? Okay. I think that's what our special piece is from. This is showing me here. I'm gonna get a much more vibrant look at this. Alright, so this is E1, which is that. And then apparently... Aha! A1 is this, which is in the same shape. Okay, so not those stickers. Now, let's see if I'm reading this right. So we're essentially taking this sticker and putting it underneath this kind of darker cover. If I'm reading this right. So we'll snip this piece out. Whoop! Our first piece to go flying! Listen, it had to happen eventually. Had to happen eventually. So, a little bit of cleanup. A little bit of extra cleanup here. I did a bit of a messy job on this one. Yeah. Clean up our workspace a bit. All right. So one. it's referring to this like it's a sticker. It's not peeling very well, which seems like a problem. It does just work as is. We could just do like this. There we go. Alright. Oh, that's very pretty. Alright. Well, we're done with 2 out of 14. It only took us 45 minutes. So, if I know anything about how time works, we're not gonna finish this in time. And that's fine. We'll see how far we get. Hey, September. Alright. We're on to C. C6 and 7. Arms, it says. 6. Slide this up. 6. E. There we go. And oh, I see. Okay. There's 2 6s and 2 7s. There. Okay. And there. Alright. Arms. And we just plug the pairs together. I gotta be honest, I love how intuitive these kits are so far. I was a little bit... It's funny, I was nervous ahead of time that I would find building these daunting. Now I'm a little bit worried that these are so easy, I'm going to find them too easy and start getting a whole bunch more of these. Because, like, there are so many Gundam designs that I would love to have. It's not a short list. Yep. 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 I was ribbing on G Gundam earlier, but one thing that G Gundam definitely did was some absolutely wonderfully over-the-top visual designs that I would happily build. I have to see if there's one for, there's gotta be a Gunpla for Noelle. There's gotta be. Right, A9. C5. Light is flickering here. It's possible it might go out. Oh no. Yeah, I know weather has been a rough one in most parts of the country right now. My snippers got stuck. There we go. If I disappear, that's why. Alright, got it. Yeah, that just sockets right in there. Cute! I love that. Pink and white is such a good combo. Pink and white, pink and black, just Just a good aesthetic. There we go. I feel very, very fortunate that maybe because I got picked on from such a young age that like I don't have the experience that a lot of AMAB folks did of like having to grow up like, oh, I never realized how much fun it was to actually like enjoy pink. It's like, no, I embraced pink from a very young age. Because if I was going to get picked on anyway, at least I was going to look cute doing it. B1. Oh. B11 and B12. That's not confusing at all. Alright, B11. There we go. Nope, not quite. Still hanging on. Oh, I see, there's a little... There we go. It's amazing how much grip a tiny little sliver of plastic can have. There we go. And a snip. These little things. There we go. B1 and B2. It's remarkably similar actually to building Lego when you're building something, when you're building a known object out of Lego. And there's a point in the design process where you're like, I have no idea what this part is going to be later. Because I have no idea what this part is going to be later. It looks like a joint, like it's going to be essentially a knee or the inside of an elbow. Because it just has that, it's a hinge. Like that, and like that. 2 hinges. Alright. Alright. C8 and C9. C8 here. C8. There. They look like little meeples. And there. And there. Aha! Alright. And those... We straighten these out. And then these go on the sides. So then these go on the sides like that. Okay. So we've got knee shielding. Kneelding, if you will. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. Voila. Next page. Alright, 3 steps then. 1, 2. Right. B1 again. Whee! Let's see what we got here. I like that we're already kind of running out of stuff. 1, 3. Yeah. Just trying to figure out what exactly is the part. That one went flying straight up in the air. That was terrifying. It's fine, we're doing okay. We haven't lost a part yet. Why would I put that out in the universe? I don't know. Feeling brave. Alright. We got these two. Okay. Alright, so that was 3. We're looking for... Okay, 5 is right below it. Ha, I see, okay. There. Okay. Take this one. Very similar, kind of a hinge. There. Again. And squeeze. Cool. Alright. Alright, and then we take the... One moment, did I miss? Did I miss? Okay, put those together. Just make sure I didn't miss a piece. C4 and C3. I did miss a piece. Aha! 1 second. Back it up. Snip. And there. So we got these weird looking knees. Do. Around. Yeah. Nice. Boom. Oh, and then these. I also missed a piece over here. Like that orientation. It's a kneecap. Or a shoulder blade. Got it. Alright. That's what I get for going too fast. Alright. Now then. So. Now we take this piece. Bend it all the way down. We got our shoulder and this thing. Hang on. Whee! Right, so it's supposed to fit just right on top of that, eh? Oh, there's a C10 piece in here. Little tiny addition. That's you. Yep. A very important but very small piece. There you go. Let go. This little thing. Okay, and that goes on the bottom here? Yes, okay. Sort of squeezes onto the bottom of this joint. Same thing here. Sneaks on there. Alright. This is supposed to just fit, it says. Easy for you to say. Did I miss something? Okay, we're gonna back up a step. We're gonna back up a step. What did I not install here? That's right, Arthur. No, those are all still separate. Okay. The hell you mean fit? Is this? Oh, I see what I did wrong. It's upside down. Alright. That's supposed to go like this. There we go. Just gotta bend the joint the other way. There we go. Now it fits just fine. That's right, Arthur. Okay. No sweat. Kitten. Pause for kitten. Hi, bud. You doing okay? Oh, I see. Your cheek is all wet. Okay. Lap time. Alright, and then we put the bottom of this goes into this. Like that. That pops in just fine. And that goes into this. Oh, that's an arm. That's an arm. Yeah. Arms. Come on, Arthur. All right. Shoulder to wrist, that's an arms. Alright. C1 and B17. C1 is way over here. There. And B17. Seven. There we go. Whoop. Hee. Trying to get some guilty gear in while it's cooperating. Zero worries and good luck with it. I hope it goes well. Oh, this is the hand. Ah, I see. That's a fist. It's a little hard to see. Okay, that's, like those are the fingies. And that's the grip. It's the action grip. This music track is cracking me up because I was just watching, like, yesterday, the H-Bomber Guy video on Deus Ex, which is all about parts flying away. which is all about how Human Revolution completely lost the plot, literally, or at least the themes of the original in terms it's a good video, but a lot of things in terms of the transhumanism. B18. The other hand. There we go. I'm actually wearing my Eclipse Face shirt today, which is a tabletop game that also deals heavily with transhumanism. It's still one of my favorite settings, even if I've kind of left the system behind in favor of other ones. But it's nice to think about a world where physical forms are a lot less limiting. Ask me why. Alright, now, just because I think I know how hands work. Yes, okay. There. And there. We have a Rock'em Sock'em Robot. Alright, neat. Rah. And I'll form the head. I made that joke earlier, but now we're actually doing it. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so there we go. Step 6 is the whole upper body. We got arms, we got head, we got the thing. We got the thing. We've done the thing. There we go. If this is all we realistically get done in terms of like a recognizable complete form, I'm feeling pretty good about it. This already looks great to me. Sweet. All right. Oh, let's leave that there. Obviously, we're not done there, but like this is great. What systems do you tend to play these days? Oh, hang on. I heard a Jasmine having a cough. So for the last 3 campaigns I've run, I've exclusively run some variation on Fate Core. Because both I and the players that I've been running for have just found it way easier to understand and to kind of live inside of. Although, as came up recently, I've apparently been running it wrong in some capacity with each campaign. So, like, with each campaign, we're slowly getting closer and closer to the core system. I actually think the core system, as written, is great. And, I think I may have actively made it worse by coming from systems that were old school and that really encouraged me to kind of fudge them or to hack them open and to bend them around a particular table. Whereas one of the things that I like about Fate Core is that those sorts of adaptations are kind of built into the system itself. It's made with exceptions in mind as a system mechanic, and it just took me a while to rationalize that. So that's the thing I've been running, and I've run like actual just normal Fate Core, and then there's a version called Venture City, which is a superheroes one, and then right now we're running Transhumanity's Fate, which is the Eclipse Phase port for the Fate system, which is lovely. If anybody has heard me talk about Eclipse Phase before and is interested in the setting but finds the system really crunchy, which I'm with you there, Transhumanity's Fate is the official port that uses the same game world, but they honestly a much more nimble system for it. So I recommend that one. I say that I'm very, very, very privileged to also be playing in 2 games right now. One of which is D&D 5th Ed, and the other is Pathfinder 2nd. I don't know that given the choice, I would still be playing either of those systems. I really like what both Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder have done with their respective systems. I think both systems have moved forward. I think Pathfinder 2nd is a huge evolution, a step away from D&D's shadow, and I think 5th edition is the best D&D on a number of different levels from every D&D that's come before. I think they've learned so many lessons from the past, and it's certainly the best D&D that it's ever been. The problem is, I think both of those systems are still... they're just so far behind the games that I want to run anymore. And some of that is just the fact that I've been running games for literally 30 years. So I'm unique. I'm not the kind of person who's going to not unique. I'm not like a new gamer coming to the space. So of course I'm burned out on D&D because it was one of it, Shadowrun, and World of Darkness were it for so long that of course I'm a little bit burned out on D&D and things that are close to D&D. And honestly, any high crunch system feels a little old to me now. That's a personal thing that I need to grapple with. Objectively, D&D 5th is a better system than it's ever been. I still think it has flaws, and I can't unsee them. I don't think I would run in it, but I still think it's in a better place. And I honestly, it's a decent inroad for a lot of people. I don't know that I would recommend it as anybody's first system still. Versus, like, I do think that a lot of Powered by the Apocalypse stuff is also maybe not a great inroad. Fate is decent. Cypher system, I think, is in a pretty sweet spot because it has a lot of the infrastructure that makes D&D a good fallback for somebody who is new to role-playing as a concept. The advantage of the high crunch systems is that if you're gonna play a game and you're new to role-playing, having a system where you can roll dice and just say, here's what my character does, is a great fallback for the social, like, I don't know how to just make this scene happen with my words and my imagination and whatnot, which games like Fate and much thinner systems kind of demand of you. But something like the Cypher system is a lot thinner than D&D, but doesn't have a lot of the baggage that it has. So that's, I think, probably where I would recommend a lot of newer gamers start these days. It's just... it's harder to find a group who are just running that unless you want to spin up your own. Powered by the Apocalypse games are... the only reason I think they're not a good starting point is that each one has a very specific vibe to them. And so, like, Monster Hearts, let's take, is almost... Monster Hearts is best suited by players antagonizing each other, and that can be a very risky first tabletop experience for people. And Monster of the Week can be very good if people are going to play it as a, like, you know, this is a monster and we're supposed to kill it thing. But if you've got adult gamers, you should expect that they're going to look for, like, peaceful resolutions, and Monster of the Week isn't always great at accommodating that. And, like, each dungeon world, each variant of PBTA kind of has its, like, its niche and its limitations. There's not a Powered by the Apocalypse variant that I'm aware of, and that may just be my lack of knowledge, that is generic enough to handle the kind of, like, you start in a tavern kind of adventure that would be a good onboarding for people who are new players. All right, we were on steps. Yeah. Oh, we're on feet. Feet. All right. C21. C. And again, this is very subjective stuff. This is from my limited experience with it, so please don't take any of this as, like, I'm not a, like, professional games critic. This is one GM's opinion. But that's... I think PPTA is a fantastic system. I just don't go to it as, like, a new thing. I think that it is a fantastic thing for folks who are ready to improvise and to think on their feet. Codex of World did include rules for peaceful monster resolution. That's fantastic. That actually that opens up Monster of the Week wonderfully. But yeah, my Monster Hearts, which Monster Hearts is very exciting, and it was, boy, I hate to even use this word. It was a very good disruption in the RPG space for a while because it was so different, but it required people to really rapidly test and confirm their like safety tools at the table. And it was crash testing for tabletop spaces. Like if your table was not a safe space, Monster Hearts was a way to find out immediately. And like that's and the book is very good about like giving you all the tools to do that. So I don't, that's not on the system. It's not throwing you into the deep end on that, but a lot of people ran to that system not reading the rules carefully enough to understand what they were diving into. I think they saw an actual play of it and went, "Ooh, this looks sexy. Let's do it." And I'm like, think twice. B1. I don't think we haven't touched. Okay, B2 is a lot of big pieces, so there's a reason we haven't touched that one yet. Okay, I was just noticing we have a whole like thing we haven't like used at all yet. Yeah, no, that's fair. I completely understand, and we'll just go ahead and shelve that discussion immediately. Alright. 14 are these weird looking things up here. It's funny, like, my brain's already buzzing about this because I've recently been watching Adventuring Academy over on Dropout. Which has just gotten me thinking about all kinds of just like GMing as a concept and all the ways I honestly could be doing it better. Not in terms of like running games, but in terms of like the hobby as a whole and making it a better space for more people. Let's see, that is a 13. There you are. Which is a good thing to be thinking about. There we go. Doop. Boop. Boop. Alright. And then C22. Alright. C22. Way down here. Okay. There. 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 One. There. Alright. I just gotta make sure I have all these lined up correctly. Pardon me. Alright, so we got the toe. This goes on the back and goes in the middle. Okay. So this goes into the toe. This goes like that. Like that. Okay. And like that. Like that. Cool. Plop. Right, and now C2. Oh, wait, hang on. We gotta do the other one. Womp womp. I did one, and I'm like, that's you only need one foot. In front of the other foot. Okay, this one down. there. Put. Alright. Now C20. Which is here. Here. And do a snip. Nip. 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 Okay. And right across the top. And there. And there. Hooray! Love it. Good stuff. Alright. Alright. Trying to read exactly the orientation that these are supposed to... Okay, we go... Alright, so it goes... Okay. Yes, yeah, that's it. Kind of covers the servo. Not bad. And back to B1. I appreciate, as we're building a gunplay, hearing a self-destruct countdown go off. Seems very fitting. This playlist has accidentally been perfect. I was trying to remember what it was that was making me thinking about Toonami the other day, other than just regularly thinking about Toonami. But like that whole, that's what it was. I recently started watching Trigun Stampede, which I'm only a few episodes into, and I obviously won't spoil without putting on this thing. But I'm liking it so far, and it reminded me of the, like, again, the Toonami days of rushing home from school to catch the latest episodes of stuff. And yeah, just season 1 of Gundam Wing, meh, but I remember by like season 2 just being absolutely wrapped. Which, you know, I was in high school, I didn't have a high appreciation for media at the time, so those characters meant a lot to me. Alright, what am I looking at here? 116 C15. 50. Oh, it's you. Okay. It's, there you go. Sorry. Trying to find the camera. I considered giving myself the like little like tape marks that they do for like what do you call them? Like stage plays and things like that, so that I could figure out where like the edges of the visible space were. That probably would have been smart, but I'm not going to do that many of these. So it also seemed like more time than I was willing to invest. Alright, so looks like these go front and back, is that right? Hang on just a moment. Hang on just a damn minute. Yeah. Okay, that's not correct. That's correct. Okay. I think. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, so we're plugging in the thighs. There. Plugging in the thigh interiors to the thigh outsiders. And then And we take C16, which are the thigh backs. Yeah. Yeah. And pair that with B1, 21. Are way over here. Okay. Okay, these guys. Oh, these are like, these are engines. Neat! You ever need to get out of conversation fast, so you just engage your hamstring thrusters? There we go. Alright, and then these come together. Okay. Beautiful. C13, 14. Got it. Time to work the calves. Eat. There. Beautiful. The other side. This is why we don't skip leg day. Even giant robots cannot skip leg day. There. Alright, and then in the middle, B115 is this thing. Got it. And E. Whoop. Can confirm, legs are important to support giant robots. You know, it seems like they ought to be. But I appreciate the insider opinion. Oh, hang on. Is that? You go there. Aha. That's a good looking leg. Alright, and squeeze that in. Model building has definitely come a long way from the days of using, like, a scalpel and glue, I have to say. Okay, whoa, boy. This step is a lot. This step is a lot. Okay. Okay. B119. Let's just start with the parts. What I love is, and I know that it's just because of how they have to fit together, but some of these parts look like they could be actual parts of a real Gundam is the thing. A real Gundam, you know what I mean? If Gundams were real. I guess there is that one in Japan, so they kind of are, but you know what I mean. Alright. B120. Functional, that's the word. They look complex enough to be actual machine parts. There we go. We found the sentence. It took us a few tries. It was hiding there in the back of the brain. We found it under some old clothes. There. Alright, there. Come on. There. 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 It looks like a horse. Alright. That's very close to being completely done with the whole sheet. We've got like one piece left here. Alright. Now then. Okay, so first, this clips in. Okay. Then the leg. Okay. Then the horse. Of course, of course. How exactly?
Play games just to escape mistakes made in the past.
Ah, I see. Okay.
If only
And
I could change.
then this little booster rocket.
And all the love you gave, it
Let's go
came
this way.
and went so fast.
All right.
Only left the pain.
Wow. All right. Now we do all that again.
Think about. Just say that we can turn it round. I don't think I can go without.
Leg. Just making sure I got everything in the right direction. Like the instructions told us, make sure everything is facing the right way and goes together, as it should.
Without you, without, can go without you, can go without you.
Leg. Alright. God damn.
Brought my soul sunshine to a body as cold as mine.
Alright.
Really put me in overdrive.
19.
Was all in my mind.
We're also running out of C. There we go.
You gave to me something I never had. All that I need, but then you took it back. I should have seen, but it happened just like that. Yeah, you hurt me bad.
Snip. Snip.
Play games just
Whoop. We've had, I think, 3 pieces go just completely flying.
fade away.
But we haven't lost anything yet, so... Still calling that a win.
Just say that we can turn.
Oh, that's cool.
Think I can go without you.
It's a knee flap.
Don't think I can go without you. Without, can go without you.
Whoop.
Can go without you.
Okay.
Without you.
Alright. Neat. Leg. Oh, hang on. We picked up a stray Arthur hair somehow. Can't imagine how that happened. Alright. We're back to A. Back to pink, friend.
Program of distinction by that master hand, that connoisseur and dilettante, that untiring seeker of new talent,
A10.
Macaroni, who again with his keen perception has unearthed in you find a great discovery, that brilliant virtuoso and genius of the symphony, Maestro Michel Maus, who is to be our guest conductor for this evening.
Alright.
Now the maestro
There are the A10s.
approaching the podium,
Alright, now the C's.
he raises his baton, and we hear
C11. And yeah. Orb. Orb. skipping ahead a bit. Like we'll be doing this twice, so we'll grab the second one. Up. I am emotional support legs. You two over there. Alright. And 17 and 18, got it.
He raises his baton, and we hear.
There. Snip, snip, snip. I think that's it for C. We're gonna set it aside just in case. Never want to toss anything until you're absolutely certain. Let's go this first. I appreciate that they include like order of operations with these. Yeah. All right. And this. Two weird-looking lollipops. Okay. Goes on the top of the knee. Okay. And then that goes in the foot. That goes in the ankle. Wait. There you go. Make sure that, as much fun as it would be to make our legs digitigrade, probably better to bend them in the same direction at least. Consistency, very important. Alright, so one of these to play the backwards. Yeah. There we go. Hooray! Victory. Alright. Same thing. Alright, now, the waist. You know what they say? Waste not, want not. D. We haven't seen D in a hot minute. Just gonna let that one slide, Andy. Alright. D9? D9. There. And yep. And let it go. Red. Where were we? D9, D8. Good. I said earlier that these are fairly intuitive. Part of that is because, like, it gets to where you can start to kind of anticipate which of these pieces clearly ought to go together. And I'm not to the point where I want to, like, make grand assumptions, but at least I can double check and be like, okay, good, that seems reasonable. All right, that's 2 down. All right, 20 minutes. Let's see. We've got, I think, 5 steps left. We might finish this right on time, y'all. Okay. I just need to figure out what way all of these things are trying to be pointed in. Got it, okay. It only fits one way, so that helps. Okay. Alright, hang on a second. That feels like it should. Yeah, okay, you're supposed to go together a little bit better. There we go. Almost. There we go. Okay. Now those come together neatly, hopefully. Okay. Now D11. 11. It's this little bit on the back. Eep. Eep. Eep.
Oh, I'm awake. Can't sleep with all these heartaches. If I could only shut my mind out, I would be so happy.
Okay.
Why do I feel
Neat.
so down? Can't stop thinking that I'm just a poor clown. That everybody's faking my own
Run away, leg.
town. Even though I know it ain't true,
Legs.
but I can't stop feeling so blue.
Pale green pants with no one inside them.
Blue,
Oh.
blue.
Don't worry, we'll work on that in post.
I wanna get away, get away.
Stand.
Oh,
Okay.
take me away from here, from here, from here.
Alright, we put our halves together. Nope, I said.
From here, from here, from here, from here, from here.
Why are you not attaching?
Is there a point in chasing?
That seems strange.
Doesn't last long. I just want
Alright, let's back up a step.
this far in life, doing the things that I like. Believe that the future is bright.
Did I miss a piece?
All these thoughts are floating in my mind, but why do I
No?
feel so down? Can't stop thinking that I'm just a poor clown. That everybody's faking my own town. Even though I know it ain't true, but I can't stop feeling so blue, so blue.
Whoop, too far. Alright, so we've got a slight disconnect
So blue.
in a literal sense.
So take me away.
The pieces fit together, but they're loose enough that they don't stay stuck together, which is a shame. That's right, buddy.
From here, from here,
So you guys kind of came apart.
from here, from here. Just take my hand and bring me away.
Lots of pieces that are coming apart here.
Just take my hand and bring me away.
Let's just straighten our legs out, literally.
Take my hand and we'll just fly away.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Call that good enough for now, and I may I may come back and actually do some glue, despite all my it doesn't need glue thing earlier. Alrighty. Alright. Well, okay, so that's actually... Well, the great news is, that's the whole Gundam. Now we're on to, like, backpack and accessories. Everything else is, like, the shield, the laser sword. Which, I mean, those are important. But we got Lfrith built. It's a whole ass dude! Yeah. Hour and 15 minutes. We did it! Pancakes Gundam. Oh, I love her. What a great look. Alright, so I've got... That's right, Arthur. I've got some stickers to mess with. Let's see if I can build some accessories here. Let's get you just right on the edge here. Alright. Back to A. Let's see what we can build in our last little bit of time here. Oh, that's what B2 is. Got it. B2. 35. Got it. Got it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 35. And 36. Got it. Right next door. Boop. Yeah. Little backpack. So it's telling me to push it all the way through. Got it. Alright, B225. These are the ones. There. There. Zero worries, September. I actually don't know that Lfrith canonically has gender. Solita refers to them as sister. But again, I don't know that that's like how much we should take that to heart. But most Gundams are not particularly anthropomorphized, but Lfrith is a bit unique. Okay, baby. You want to be on the stream again? Okay. You want to say hi to Lfrith? Ah, he has become aware of the Gundam. Okay. There you go, baby. Yeah. There you go. Is its targeting system powered by the ghost of its pilot's mom? No, luckily. In this case, wonderfully. So hang on. Let's put the thingy on. Spoilers for... Hang on, let me... Spoilers for the end of the pilot episode of Witch from Mercury. Okay, so... Something I love about Witch from Mercury is that, unlike a number of other series and several Disney shows while we're at it, is that Suleta's mom is very much alive and well. Her dad doesn't survive the pilot episode, and it's absolutely tragic. But the gun format is an AI. Or rather, Lfrith, I should say, is an AI. The gun format is a system that lets a pilot essentially link neurologically with a Gundam so that you can pilot it with your brain. And canonically, the problem with it is that when it was used in wartime, pilots who would raise their synchronicity levels with their Gundams to higher levels to give them an edge in combat would essentially overclock their brains. And so not only would they become deadly weapons in combat and kill lots of people on the enemy side, the pilot would also psychologically burn out and usually die in the process, or be left in a state that was left with permanent mental scarring. What made Suletta unique is that at the start of this series, it's 20 years later, there hasn't been active conflict in a while. A group is trying to repurpose the Gund format for non-military purposes. They're trying to take this as neural software to repurpose it for just medical accessibility, to allow humans to exist in space so that you can, like, use a much simpler version of the Gund format, hey Jerry, to, like, interface with prosthetics, or with, like, you know, so you could pilot a wheelchair with your brain kind of stuff, but much more advanced than that. And in order to do that, they're under an onus to essentially prove that it's perfectly safe, so that at, like, perfect synchronicity, there's no danger of, like, backlash to the pilot. Because the idea is, this is a medical technology, they want to prove that it's safe. And in the 11th hour, Suletta, who at that point is a child, is able to prove that she has perfect synchronicity with Lfrith, who is the Gundam. And so when she grows up, she still has this, she's this one unique pilot who has actually gotten to this perfect synchronicity without any backlash, whereas everybody else who tries that burns out their brain trying. It hasn't been explained exactly how or exactly what makes her unique. But the way that she kind of metaphorically describes it is that she very much humanizes and talks about her Gundam, who she names Ariel. Lfrith is kind of the model classification, but Suletta, the character, just refers to her Gundam as Ariel, and says Ariel is her sister, and very much treats her like a living person. But there's no, in the setting, at least so far as we know, the Gundam isn't, like, based on a person, doesn't have, like, the soul of a person in it. It's just a mobile suit. But Suletta has absolutely has been treating it as though it's her sister, and that may be somewhere in that kind of humanization may be the secret. We don't know, and that's part of why I'm kind of excited for where season 2 is going. Okay. How you doing, Arthur? Is that enough snuggles? Can I finish making a backpack now? Yeah. The best gender thing I can recall in mainstream anime was in Digimon Tamers, when Rika's parents assume Renamon is a girl, and Renamon has big thoughts about that and never answers definitively. Yeah. Yeah, what a feeling that is. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Okay. So, let's see what we got. Okay, I'm gonna hit D25, D28, D50. There we go. Okay, kitten. Okay. Floor time. He's a sweet old man. D10. Well, alrighty. So 28 and 27. I missed one. I see what you're doing here. I see what you're putting down. Eep. In there. There. Together. Together. This end out. And there. There we go. It's been kind of hard for me to get a fix on Witch from Mercury because basically all I hear about it is that it's Utena but Gundam. And I don't know about either for that to be useful. I get where people are coming from with that. As someone who has probably an unhealthy relationship with Revolutionary Knight Utena, I disagree with that, although I see where people are coming from with it. Where people are getting that is that Witch from Mercury, I talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the stream. So it starts out, the very first episode feels like a classic Gundam story, and then almost immediately it pivots into a like I think I described it as a Chunin arc, where it's a like high school anime with like Regency romance vibes, and a tournament arc kicks off immediately. It's a weird collage. But in the midst of all of it is this character who is incredibly innocent, and despite it being a Gundam series, she isn't immediately like smacked down with the harsh reality of the setting. There is dark stuff, but most of it is happening kind of in the shadows, and Suletta is allowed to just be a high school kid for a little while. And you get to see all these machinations happening kind of in the edges and whatnot. I think it's wonderful. I think it's fantastic, but it is a little bit like Bridgerton High School with giant mecha. And it also gets into like the weird post-war politics between Earth and the colonies that naturally follows on from some of the other series. If you've seen nothing of any other Gundam, it doesn't matter because it doesn't require any of that. But I just love the wonderful like sociology of like, here's what this universe would naturally look like 30 years later as the balance of power shifts the other direction. It's suspiciously clever, and it's also sweet and gay. And then suddenly out of nowhere there's random horror at the very end, but don't worry about that. But yeah, it's very good. It's one of those rare series that pulls far away from Luke, Han, and Leia. Yeah. And it's weird because the initial setup, the first couple of episodes, I looked at it and I went, this doesn't seem like anything special, but it really, I don't know. It kicks into an interesting gear that I didn't see coming. And by the end of it, I was just, I'm now very, very curious where things are going to go for season 2. All right, I'm going to see if I can finish this backpack, and then we're going to go ahead and call it and pass it on over to Freya or Cherry and them for a different stream. So, 24, where are you? Power 24. Really, Jasmine? Really, Jasmine? Yeah. Okay. Nope. 24. There. Actually, I just realized we're probably a little bit early. They're probably not getting started for a little bit here. We got these little things, little piston things, because it's only 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. 23 and 22. For some reason, I thought it was 10 o'clock already, and it's not. Dude. Whee! There we go. Alright. Now these weird things. Alright, so... Jasmine, would you like to come be on stream? Yeah? You want to come meet Ariel? Uh-huh. Looks like it's in that configuration. So then... let's match that on this side. Okay. Yeah, you're right, baby girl. So these go on the bottom of the backpack. These. Nope. Jasmine. Oh no, that is right. Okay. On the top of the backpack. Alright. So that's the backpack. Alright. And then we put the backpack on the back. It has little pegs for it. And there we go. Backpack on the back. Neat! Alright. So, we've got an Ariel with a backpack. Alright, so steps 13 and 14 are weapons. So we're down to just building like the shield, the swords, and then putting stickers on, and that's it. Neat. Cherry, if I start running over and y'all get started, you just let me know, okay? I do not want to bleed into your time here. And we will send a raid y'all's way when you get started. Zoop. Thank you, I appreciate it. Zoop. Alright. We're back to D. 14 and 15. Easy peasy. So much cat hair. There's going to be a little bit of Arthur inside of this Gundam, and that brings me joy. There we go. Do we think he's compatible with the Gundam format? I guess we'll find out. Cut just... it looks like a little tiny space coffin. I'm sure it's fine. Speaking of, it's a slightly larger space coffin. Just get these in increasing size eventually. We'll get what we need. Excuse me, 20 and 21. Now we're getting into the fiddlier bits that could just go flying. There. No idea what those are. Yep. Yep. Whoop. 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 There. this piece attaches to this piece. Like so. Like so. Okay. Okay. So while I was kind of figuring out how to do this, I also learned about something called panel liners, which is essentially like a little pen that you can draw along the lines to give this some kind of dramatic standout bits, which is not a thing that I have and not a thing that I plan to do in the short term, because it's the kind of thing that you can do after you've fully assembled the thing. I might do that for our next one, whenever that happens. Alright. D13, and this one it specifically says not to cut, so that's good to know. Oh good, that one just pops right out. There. Ah, B2. B2, 34. 34? Thank you very much, mods. Appreciate you as always. Squish. Hey, squish. Hey, squish. Hey, squish. Got it. Huh. These things. Yeah, make sure I understand this right. Like that. Alright. Yep, alright. No, huh? Actually, the wrong one. There we go. I had you the wrong way. Huh. D12. Just get through as many of these as we can. There. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yep, there we go. There. Okay. Like this. Other way around. Oh, that's nice. It just sticks right on there. Okay. Pretty. All right. D18 and 19. The nice thing about coming towards the end of this is that with fewer pieces left on the thing, on the plate or whatever this is, there's less time to figure out, like, to hunt and find the number. Because it's like, well, it's one of these two. Yeah, okay, sure. Whatever that is. Oh, it's the shield! It's the shield! This is one of those things that probably makes only sense to me and anybody else who's watched the series already. Okay, I love that it's got the numbers to let us know in what order to assemble the shield. Okay. So this is fantastic. Yeah, I will put this back on. We're gonna talk about. It's not like a major plot spoiler. Hey, Bad Red. But we're gonna talk about some like capabilities of Gundam Lfrith. So yeah, one of the unique capabilities of this Gundam is that it has a shield that comes apart into independently piloted pieces that can each fire their own lasers or each block incoming fire. And so I love that they've actually kept the shield that can both be assembled as one like coherent shield or break apart into its components, which I think is just that's very neat. Alright. We got that. We got that. Okay. And then these go this way. There. Oops, nope. Ah! Hang on. Yeah, that is wrong. Backing up a few steps. There, and then... Okay, so then that has to go that way. And that has to go that way. Okay. Right, flip it around. Seems very simple. Now that I say it out loud. And then those all coming together on the sides. And whoop. Everybody. Whoop. Everybody snap. Beautiful. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, that actually is solid when it all is together. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's my favorite piece already. Okay, cool. And then it also has a little mount on the other side. B2 37 B2 37 this little thing. That's right, Arthur. It's very small. Yeah. Right. So it suggests mounting it to this first, which does seem smart to me. Okay. And then and now we have a shield. Oh, that's clever. All right. 15 minutes. Speedrun time. 31. 31. 31. And 30 right next door. There. Good. There. Well, that looks like most of a gun, I'm guessing. 32 and 33 right below it. Got it. There. There. And there. 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 Whoop! Okay, we'll count that as 4 pieces going flying. Still no losses. I'm gonna try and jinx this on the final minute here. Ah! There we go. There we go. Neat. Okay. A8. Because A89. Wait, hang on. Yeah. That's this thing. Okay. Okay, so we can kind of squeeze you two out of the way. And then back down. Neat! Oh, I see. Okay. Or we can switch that out with parts of the shield. Oh, that's neat. That's neat! Alright. And there we go. Okay. We've got a properly battle posed Lfrith, which is pretty darn close to where we started. So I'm pretty freaking happy with that. I can't believe we got all that done in about 2.5 hours. Let's see if I can just perfect that pose. Just spot on. I have to get one of those little like weird mount thingies. Yeah, there we go. There's Ariel. Before she was Ariel, even. Oh, that's very neat. Well, this was cool as hell. And yeah, we're We're all out. That's all of our parts, and we even have where'd they go? We have bonus laser sword that we could swap in. If we want to go Gundam old school. Oh, this is extremely cool. I'm in trouble because the thing is, this was really fun, and actually like a lot easier to do than I expected, and that means I might do it again. And that, oh no. Oh no. Well, you know what? Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. This was super fun actually. I didn't do as much babbling as I thought I would. So, I was really just hyper focused on trying to not catch things on fire, but that wasn't nearly as intimidating as I expected. That was fine. That was genuinely fine. And now we have Ariel. So yeah, that's I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. Here in just a little bit, there's gonna be, I believe, assuming everything's going well on that end, some Kingdom Hearts 2 over at twitch.tv/XenonFaber. So we'll toss a raid y'all's way here in just a little bit. But also be sure to check out the full stream team schedule. I'm gonna hit this. It's not gonna look right, but that's fine. Over at schedule.truck. Look at that. What a weird little thing. Schedule.truck.community has our full stream team schedule with all of our team streamers and what they're streaming on what days at what times, with links to their various channels. And yeah, so go see what everybody else is up to. And I'll be back with a Ghost Song on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, we'll probably do another. Oh no, we lost the foot. We'll probably do. I may get more of these. I don't know. Like it's really fun. There are so many other there's so many other Gundams that I'm like a very big fan of visually going back to. It's a shame that I didn't really like the Gundam Evolution game like at all, because boy, there's so many of the designs that I just adore, and I almost played it for that reason alone. But if I could just build them, This is how these kind of hobbies start, is the problem. You see, this is how they get you, by making a good product. Well, shucks. So I guess probably, let's be honest, expect more of this in the future, maybe a few months from now, and yeah, just stay tuned on that. And yeah, if you, like me, end up enjoying Witch from Mercury and are interested in giving me somebody to babble about with it, the new season starts a week from tomorrow, and I know I'm going to be insufferable as soon as it starts airing. So just, I guess, forewarning for those that know me. And yeah, that's that on that. Thank you all so much. Everybody have a wonderful night. Stay safe out there. I know that the weather is weird for a lot of us right now. So do what you need to do to take care of you. And yeah, I think that's that. Have a good night, everybody. And I will see you next time. Good night, Ariel.